Fear in dogs is often misunderstood. Most of the time, it doesn't come from obvious danger. It comes from everyday situations that seem harmless to humans. A raised voice, a sudden movement, or even the way we approach them can quietly teach a dog that the world is unpredictable. Many owners don't realize they are the source of this fear. Not because they intend harm, but because dogs experience life very differently. What feels normal or insignificant to us can feel overwhelming or threatening to them. In this video, we'll explore the situations where dogs become afraid without their owners ever noticing. These moments are subtle, repeated, and powerful. And once you recognize them, you can prevent fear from turning into anxiety or mistrust. 1. Sudden changes in your tone or body language. Dogs are extremely sensitive to the way we move and sound. Even when no words are spoken, they read posture, speed, and tension in our bodies. A sudden shift in tone, a sharp command, an irritated sigh, or a raised voice can instantly signal danger to a dog, even if no threat was intended. From a human perspective, these changes feel minor or automatic. From a dog's perspective, they break predictability. When your voice changes without warning or your movements become abrupt, your dog may interpret it as the start of something negative. This fear often develops quietly. The dog flinches when you speak louder than usual. They lower their body or move away when you stand up quickly. They become alert or tense even during calm situations. Over time, repeated exposure to unpredictable tone and movement teaches a dog to stay on guard. They don't know when the environment will change, so they remain cautious instead of relaxed. Consistency in how you move and speak helps dogs feel safe. When your energy stays predictable, fear has no space to grow. 2. Approaching them when they are resting or feel vulnerable. Dogs are at their most vulnerable when they are resting, sleeping, or quietly observing their surroundings. Approaching them suddenly in these moments, especially from behind or above, can unintentionally trigger fear, even in dogs that are otherwise confident. From a human point of view, walking over to pet a resting dog feels affectionate. From the dog's point of view, it can feel intrusive or startling. When a dog is relaxed, their senses are lowered, and an unexpected presence can activate a reflexive fear response. This often shows up as sudden flinching or startled reactions, pulling away or moving to a different spot, freezing briefly before responding, avoiding rest in shared spaces altogether. When these moments happen repeatedly, dogs may stop fully relaxing around people. They remain half alert even when resting, because they've learned that calm moments can be interrupted without warning. Allowing a dog to wake naturally, announcing your presence softly, or approaching from the side rather than above helps preserve their sense of safety. Respecting vulnerable moments teaches dogs that rest is safe, and safety is the foundation of trust. 3. Invading their personal space too quickly. Dogs need time and distance to feel comfortable, especially during moments of uncertainty. One common situation that creates fear without owners realizing it is approaching a dog too directly or too fast, leaning over them, reaching straight for their head, or stepping into their space without warning. Humans often interpret closeness as friendliness. Dogs interpret it through instinct. Direct, forward movement can feel confrontational or overwhelming, particularly if the dog is unsure, distracted, or already slightly stressed. This fear response often appears subtly. The dog turns their head away or stiffens their body. They step back instead of moving forward. Their ears pin back, or their posture lowers. They tolerate the interaction but do not relax into it. When personal space is repeatedly ignored, dogs learn that humans are unpredictable. They stop signaling early discomfort and may later react more strongly because their quieter warnings were missed. Giving a dog space is not rejection. It is respect. Allowing them to approach on their own terms builds confidence and trust. When a dog feels in control of distance, fear loses its power. 4. Reacting too strongly to accidents or mistakes. One of the most common ways dogs develop fear without owners realizing it is through intense reactions to simple mistakes. Spilled water, a knocked-over object, an indoor accident. These moments often trigger frustration, raised voices, or sudden movements. While the intention may be correction, the emotional impact on the dog is very different. Dogs do not understand accidents the way humans do. They don't connect past actions with delayed reactions. When a strong emotional response follows a mistake, the dog learns only one thing. Certain situations lead to fear. This fear can manifest as hesitation before entering certain rooms, freezing or hiding after making small errors, avoiding eye contact when something goes wrong, becoming anxious during routine activities. Over time, dogs may try to suppress behavior rather than learn, becoming overly cautious and insecure. Fear replaces curiosity, and stress replaces confidence. Calm, measured responses teach dogs that mistakes are part of learning, not reasons for alarm. When owners stay emotionally steady, dogs feel safe enough to improve, because safety encourages understanding, not fear. 5. Forcing interactions they are not ready for. One of the most subtle yet powerful causes of fear in dogs is being pushed into situations before they feel prepared. This often happens with strangers, children, other dogs, grooming, or unfamiliar environments. When a dog is forced to interact despite showing hesitation, their sense of control disappears. From the owner's perspective, the situation may seem harmless or even beneficial. From the dog's perspective, it feels like being trapped. When escape is not an option, fear becomes the only response. This fear often develops through repeated experiences such as being made to greet people when they are clearly uncomfortable, being held in place while someone approaches, being exposed to loud or busy environments without gradual introduction, being restrained during grooming or handling without trust being built first. Dogs that are forced past their comfort limits don't become braver. They become more anxious. They learn that their signals don't matter, which leads to either shutdown or reactive behavior over time. True confidence grows when dogs are allowed to progress at their own pace. Giving them the choice to approach, retreat, or observe teaches them that the world is safe, because they have control within it. Fear in dogs is rarely caused by a single dramatic event. More often, it grows quietly through repeated moments where safety, predictability, or choice is taken away. These situations are easy to miss because they feel ordinary to us, but to a dog, they shape how the world is understood. Recognizing these moments is not about self-blame. It is about awareness. When owners learn to slow down, observe body language, and respect emotional boundaries, fear loses its foundation. Dogs become calmer not because the world changes, but because their experience within it does. Trust is built when dogs feel seen and respected. When their signals are acknowledged, their pace is honored, and their environment feels predictable, fear gives way to confidence. At Barkpedia, we believe that understanding fear is the first step toward creating a life where dogs feel secure, supported, and truly at ease.